Hello and welcome to 10-Minute Fringe. I am Laser from A Shark Ate My Penis, and today I am talking to Nalini Sharma. Hello, Nalini. How are you doing today?
Hi. Hello. I'm doing great.
Well, tell us about Until Death.
Okay. This is a solo show, but featuring another clown. Um, and it's based on my childhood and characters that I sort of met or where I encountered during my hospital stays. When I was a child and growing up and well into my teens, I got into a few motorcycle accidents in India. And when I moved to the States, I was also, in and out for surgeries and things like that. I'm very accident prone. So I spent a lot of time in hospitals. And I was a quiet and shy kid, which most people won't believe now. But yeah, that's what theater does to you. Mhm. And, and I just, I remember not wanting to be bored, just trying to get through the pain, just trying
Mhm.
to, and then, talking to different people. And as in my teens, when I was in the hospital, I was absorbing more, people's lives. And it was just one of those things where it's always been in my mind to share,
Yeah.
to also explore myself, what
Mhm.
my childhood sort of did to me, how it shaped me. And finally, and it kind of never fit in any form like TV, film when I started in the entertainment business,
Right.
even like a straight play. It didn't fully fit those structural elements. And then when I went to clown school, um, in France with Gaulier to study with Gaulier, I remember, and it's kind of surreal how this kind of came about. I was literally sitting on a weekend, you know, away from school. I was sitting by the river,
Mhm.
and I was like, wait a minute, actually, clowning is perfect for a parallel for childhood, because in clowning it's just you're here in a moment and then it disappears, and then
Right.
you're here in another moment and then it disappears, and that's how your childhood memory is too. You're like,
Yeah.
I remember this memory but I have no context for it. you know
A limited amount of object permanence kind of
yeah,
situation.
exactly.
How
That's
did you get into clowning? Why did you decide to go to clown school in France? I mean, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
choice. I love it.
I know. It was kind of a had to type of deal. It was before, it was, during the pandemic. The pandemic sort of put the last straw in the hat. I had a couple things happen to me that were pretty traumatic leading up to it. My apartment had burned down, and then, in 2019, and then the pandemic hit in 2020, and so artistically I just felt, to be honest, I kind of just died artistically. I
Yeah.
was in paralysis, which I think a lot of people can relate to. And I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to take a break. Um, Let me do something that I feel looks very fun. And it feels bold, and it feels, because I had seen the clowns here in LA. There's some wonderful clowns in LA.
Mhm.
Um, and I was like, this is so inspiring. I can go anywhere with this, And that's what sent me to Gaulier, because his name was on the list, like kind of, he's a legend, uh, master clown. And I kind of wanted to do it before he died. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's old. um,
Gotcha. What made you decide to wanna bring, Until Death to Edinburgh?
Honestly, it was after I came back from clown school, and Edinburgh was like, internationally and in the clown community, it's like a kind of a mecca, and
Mhm.
a rite of passage, if you will.
Yeah.
And also, just when people, I did a few work in progress shows here in LA, and when people came to see it, they're like, "Oh, you have to take this to Edinburgh because the audiences there, would love this sort of kind of free structure, has structure, but it's freeing in the inside. So,
Yeah.
and I just kind of I'm one of those people who if I even have a moment of decision, like I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Then I have to commit, even though if after I committed, I'm like, why?
Oh, big mood there. Okay, so if somebody is trying to be convinced to see the show, do you have a little bit or like a trailer moment you want to describe from the show? Like what's the weirdest thing or the thing that you get a lot of
Yeah.
reaction to?
Yeah, I I honestly what I hope for people to come out of this show is to kind of look at their own lives and see if they're freaking living, you know.
Yeah,
Are they living? Because this show is about people on the brink of death.
yeah.
And there's also one who's post-death. Her name is Marilyn Merlot. And and even she grapples with her life. Um, and it's about existence on this planet and everything that I think all of us are going through. So I really want them to come and like feel joy and feel that existence underneath them.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Tell me about do you have a team? Have you been collaborating with folks? What's the rehearsal process been like?
We have a small crew because it's solo, and with Mike Rose, he's my featured clown. He's a wonderful clown, and he's such a great. I'm so glad I got him. And then it's directed by Sophia Cleary, who's also another incredible talented. She's a comedian herself and also a performance artist background. So and a clown. So she had such a great eye to kind of, thread this story together. I actually put the show together in a workshop she has called the rehearsal.
Mm,
And she sort of really pinpointed the themes and things that I wanted to say, but also like have the freedom for it to be me,
mhm.
you know. So it's essentially me, Mike Rose, Sophia Cleary, the core team, and then I had Chad Damiani, who is a veteran clown here in LA, who helped me with the clowning choreography. There's an animal in there, and that I embody, um, and with that, and then also Isaac Taylor, actually, who helped with the tech here in LA in the LA shows. He's not going to be unfortunately in Edinburgh, but he was also so helpful. I mean, what I really loved is like everyone just sort of latched on and like
Mhm.
brought it. And I'm so like happy about that because then I feel like, okay, maybe I'm onto something here.
Yeah. It feels
Yeah.
so good when people are willing to invest and believe and like give critique that's like, I think you believe I can do better. That's just like the best feeling, to have
Oh, oh my
people
gosh. I tell
invested.
this all the time. I tell this to people. If someone is giving you critique, that means they care enough,
Yeah,
you know? So I really, yeah, I love that.
it feels good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for you from yesterday. I
Yes.
talked to JJ Pyle, who
Okay.
has a show called How to Get a Husband in 37 Years or Less, which is an incredible title.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and her question for you is, where are we gonna meet up? So I guess my question is, what are you looking forward to doing in Edinburgh other than doing your show?
Oh, yeah. Well, I heard there's scotch.
Yes,
Um, I
right.
heard it has scotch. Okay, so there's like a hilltop that apparently everyone goes to. And then
Hmm.
I'm one of those people that if it's like, oh, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll go to the hilltop. And it
Yeah.
won't usually happen in the last day. So maybe JJ and I can
Bring
rally.
some scotch up to Arthur's Seat and make it happen.
Arthur's seat. Yes.
I love that for you. I love it. Gorgeous. Do you have a question for the person I'm talking to next?
Yeah. Um, if there's one thing you don't want to do on your to-do list today, what is it?
I love that. Okay. So Nalini, where
Yes.
are you performing? When are you performing? How
Yeah.
can we find out more?
Okay, amazing. I am most active on Instagram.
Mhm.
It's Nals Barkley, Nals Barkley. I am performing August 4th through the 26th at the Space UK at Surgeons Hall. And it's
So
20.
so is JJ. So y'all can meet
Oh,
up.
yeah. I think that's why her title sounds familiar because I have it on my list.
Yeah.
And it's at 22:10, which is 10:10 p.m. And
Get
uh,
there.
yeah, get there. Get there. Come
Get
see
there,
me. Come
people.
say hi.
Come
Afterwards,
learn about death and live
yeah.
live
Yeah, exactly.
and bring scotch. All right. Well, thank you so much, Nalini. It's
Please.
been wonderful chatting with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.